For the first time in what appears to be an eternity, Rotherham are out of the automatic spots now over in League One, but fear not, they've got games in hand. But can they turn around this weekend? We'll take a little look next. Match number 42, that's right, over in League One, and we'll get to it in just 1 second. If you know where you're in, smash your subscribe, look at your value today, all things Rovers related, League One related, world football related, we got it all here, boys. Under one Rooski, that's right, Wigan, of course, top the table for the first time in a long time as well, but of course, MK Dons squeaking to the top two at the expense of the Millers, that's right, but of course, can it all change back around this weekend? We'll look at it, all of it in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs there, the Patreons, guys, thank you for loving, of course, behind the scenes. But let's get a look at what I'm talking about. That's right. So, of course, recap the results that, of course, will have happened this midweek. The bonus fixtures as we look forward to the weekend's action. So here they come. Of course, coming at you, Wimbledon against Charlton, and an all-London affair was a draw, 1-1 in the end. Wigan, of course, 3-0 winners over Accrington, Stanley to go top of the pops, of course, with also a couple of games in hand on MK Dons as well. Rotherham, not in action. Cambridge, though, lost at home to Wycombe Wanderers. Big win for them. They're up to 6th in the table at the expense of Sunderland, who do have a game in hand as well. Meanwhile, Fleetwood draw against Lincoln City. Of course, Morecambe 2-1 winners over Oxford. Big win for them. Oxford all the way down to 8th right now, as of course they tried to save their season. MK Dons 2-1 winners over Crewe, and Bolton 1. Of course, Portsmouth 1 as well, as of course that middle of the road pack of course tries to break out. It seems to be colour drift now. Realistically, I'm looking at 8th upwards for the time being, but of course it could all change very, very soon. Probably do have a couple of games in hand on those above them, so we'll probably include Portsmouth for the time being as well. This is what the table looks like as of of course, right here, right now, hot off the press. And as you can see, Wigan are top of the pops there by 1 point over MK Dons. But again, MK Dons could be top this weekend. So could, of course, Rotherham, depending on the goal difference and all that kind of jazz. Plymouth doing very, very well into 4th. Sheffield Wednesday 5th. Wycombe are 6th. Going down at the moment is Crewe, Doncaster, Wimbledon, and Gillingham at the moment. Who knows? It could be Fleetwood, could be Gillingham, could be Morecambe. A very, very tight relegation scrap down there as well. And of course, we do have a game in hand to maybe bring Lincoln City into this mix. But of course, let's take a look at how you guys got on with the mini prediction week this week. And of course, it's double bins there. Of course, Vinny Hong and Jace FC are great with 6 points. Well done to you guys. What's that done to the mini leaderboard so far this campaign? Take a bloody bow deep at the great with 114 points. Of course, in the mini season. Of course, that's from around about January onwards. Of course, is he winning the real deal? Of course, you have to wait to the end of the month to find out. That's right. So let's take a look at, of course, the next one. Matches. If you want to get involved, cut the League One. That's of course your pickaroo. That's your link there. And of course these are the games. So we're going to jump in the deep end and have a look at these bad boys. Of course, all kicking us off this coming Saturday. In fact, they're all on Saturday, and we're going to jump in the deep end with Bolton up against Sheffield Wednesday. Of course, let's get cracking. Of course, taking place coming at you on Saturday. Played each other 20 times in 1996. 9 wins for Bolton, 7 wins for Sheffield Wednesday, and we've got 4 draws. Of course, Bolton just 1 defeat, past 6 for them, 58% form. However, just 1 win and 5 for them. Also, meanwhile, Sheffield Wednesday just unbeaten in the last 5 games, 67% form for them, winning 3 of the last 5 as well. Coming at you though, last round at Bolton was a 2-0 win for Wednesday. That's back in March 2019 in the Championship, might I add. The reverse fixture at Hillsborough this campaign back in October was a 1-0 win for Sheffield Wednesday as well. Wednesday unbeaten against Bolton over the last 4 occasions, picking up 3 wins and a draw. They also come to this on the back of a 2-1 win over Wimbledon, with Bolton picking up back-to-back draws as well. Looking at the odds for this one then, we have Bolton 2-1 for the victory, 11-8 is your Wednesday, 12-5 is your draw. Could go either way this. Going to go with a 1-0 win there for Bolton. Bit of an upset on the cards, denting Wednesday's hopes for a return to the Championship. Next up, of course, we have Burton Albion up against Plymouth Argyle. Of course, Burton, we're looking at the moment, just 1 win, 6 of them, 17% form up against the Plymouth side. Just 1 defeat in the last 6, 83% form for them at the moment. These two sides played each other 13 times in 2011. 6 wins to Burton, of course, 3 wins to Plymouth, and 4 draws as well. Last time round, though, in Burton at the Pirelli Stadium, it was a 1-1 draw back in April 2021. The reverse fixture, of course, at Plymouth was a 2-1 win for Plymouth back in, of course, October. So as I look at this, Plymouth unbeaten against Burton after the last 4 occasions, pick up 2 wins and 2 draws. They do come into this also on the back of a 1-0 win of Oxford. Of course, Burton did lose 3-0 to Morecambe on the road. It's actually been back-to-back games now without a goal for Burton. They come into this though, 2-1 for the victory, 3-10 to Plymouth, and 5-2 is your draw. Back, of course, Plymouth here with a 2-1 win on the road to maintain their playoff dreams. Next, of course, Cambridge up against Morecambe. Let's get into deep end now over in Cambridge. These two sides, of course, play each other according to my eyes 19 times 2005, 8 wins to Cambridge, 6 wins to Morecambe, and 5 draws as well. Of course, Cambridge though, 2 wins in the past 6 games, 42% form. Meanwhile, Morecambe back-to-back wins, of course, for the first time for Derek Adams since his return as Morecambe Morecambe gaffer. Of course, last time around in Cambridge was a 2-1 win for Cambridge. That was back, of course, in League 2. That was back in April. Around about this time last season, of course, meanwhile, the reverse fixture in Morecambe was also a 2-0 win for Cambridge as well. So Cambridge actually unbeaten. They were actually on 3 in the spin against Morecambe, unbeaten in the last 5, picking up 4 wins and just 1 draw as well. Heading into this game, though, Morecambe coming into on the back of a 2-1 win over Oxford. And, of course, Cambridge did lose 4-1 to Wycombe last time around. This game, of course, is in Cambridge. It's 5-4 for them for the victory. 2-5 is draw. And 11-5 is your away win. Back, of course, Cambridge to win this one. Unfortunately, Morecambe taking the L and could be in a bit of trouble heading out of this weekend. Cheltenham up against Pompey, of course, coming at you over at Cheltenham. Now, these two sides have played each other 8 times since 2013. Nothing for Cheltenham, 2 for Pompey, and 6 draws, of course. Without a win now in 3 is Cheltenham, 42% form. Up against a Portsmouth side, of course, without a win in 4, 58% form over the last 6. Last time around, though, in Cheltenham, in the league, it was a 1-1 draw back in, of course, November 2016. The reverse fixture, of course, was a 1-1 draw at Fratton Park back in November this campaign. Portsmouth also drawing last time around. Back-to-back draws for them. Meanwhile, Cheltenham back on the back of a 4-4 draw against Accrington back in, of course, on the 2nd of April. The odds, though, for this one, Cheltenham coming actually 2-1 for the rookie, 13-10 is your Pompey, and 5-2. It's a draw. It could go either way, very much so. 2-1 win in the end for Cheltenham on this one. Doncaster up against Crewe, a bit of a relegation 6-pointer, of course, at the Keep Moat, coming at you, of course, on the 9th of September. Played 20 times since 2002. 8 wins to Doncaster, now as a Crewe, and 3 draws as well. Doncaster, though, 17% form, haven't won in the last 6. Up against a Crewe side, also 6 defeats on the spin, 0% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around, though, in the Keep Moat, it was a 2-1 win for Crewe back in October 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, was a draw back at the Gresty Road back in, of course, November 2021. The reverse, they also played each other at the EFL knockout stage. Of course, it was a round 2. It was a 2-1 win for Crewe way back when. Speaking of Crewe, they did come into this on the back of that 2-1 loss against MK Dons. And, of course, Wycombe did beat Doncaster last time around. It's actually been 3, 4, 5 games without a goal for Doncaster. They are in trouble. Of course, look at the odds then, shall we, on this one? What do we have? We have Doncaster 65 of the victory, 25 is your draw, 23-10 is your away win. That's Crewe Alexandra. Back, of course, a 1-0 win. They'll get the goal, they get the win, and, of course, maybe save a little bit of hope for the season. Next, of course, we have Gillingham up against Wycombe, of course. Both of these two sides with different agendas. Of course, Gillingham trying to stay in the division. Of course, Wycombe trying to get out of it. Of course, played each other 13 times, 4 wins to Gillingham, 7 wins to Wycombe, and 2 draws as well. Looking at Gillingham's form at the moment, just 1-4 for them, 42% form up against the Wycombe side. Unbeaten in the last 6, of course, picking up 3 wins out of 4 as well. 83% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around, though, at Gillingham was a 2-0 win for Gillingham back in September 2019. The reverse fixture, of course, at Adams Park, it was a 2-0 win for Wycombe back in October. Gillingham did lose to Sunderland last time around, of course, and Wycombe picked up a 4-1 win over Cambridge on the bloody road. They've actually scored 6 goals over the last 2 games, of course. Looking at the odds, though, for this one, we have Gillingham coming out just 16-5 for the victory, 2017 on is your Wycombe, and 13-5 is your draw. I'm going to go with a Gillingham upset here, 2-1 win for them, big win for them, of course, down the foot of the table, and, of course, dented hopes for Wycombe to get out of the division at the first attempt. Kicking off forward, though, Fleetwood Town up against Accrington Stanley, a bit of a northwest crunch clash here. Of course, now these two sides have played 13 times since 2012, 4 wins for Fleetwood, 7 wins for Accrington, and 2 draws as well. Just 1 win and 6 for Fleetwood at the moment, 33% form, however, unbeaten in the last 3, picking up a couple of draws as well. Meanwhile, of course, Accrington without a win now in 5, 33% form over the last 6 as well, though. Last time around, though, of course, at Fleetwood Town in the league, it was a 1-1 draw back in February 2021. The reverse fixture, of course, was a 5-1 win at Accrington back in, of course, December. They also played each other this campaign in Fleetwood in the EFL Trophy Northern Group. It was a 4-1 win for Accrington at Fleetwood as well. Fleetwood, though, picking up a draw against Lincoln City last time around, and Accrington with a bit of a stuffing by Wigan last time around. The odds, though, for this one, 70-10 is your Fleetwood, 23-10 is your draw, 8-5 is your away win. That is Accrington Stanley, of course. Can Accrington Stanley pick up the double? I think so. Going to go with an away win here. 1-1 win for them. Fleetwood are in trouble. Next, of course, we have Lincoln City up against Wigan Athletic, of course, at Sincilbank. That's right. Goodness gracious me. Again, coming at you on the 9th of April. These two sides played each other 3 times in 2020. 3 wins out of 3 for Wigan. For Lincoln, sorry. Nothing for Wigan and 0 draws, of course. Lincoln, though, coming into this on the back of just 1 win and 5 for them. 50% form. 1-2 lost to and drawn to over the last 6 up against the Wigan side. 67% form, unbeaten in the last 5, picking up 3 wins out of 4 for them. Not too shabby at the moment. Of course, last time around at Sincilbank, it was a 2-1 win for Lincoln back in December 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, 2-1 win for Lincoln back in October. Lincoln picking up a draw against Fleetwood, and, of course, Wigan with that 3-0 win over Accrington Stanley. Let's take a look at the odds then, shall we, on this badger? We've got Lincoln City coming at you, 3-1 for the victory, 5-2 is draw, and 2019 on is your Wigan. Of course, they are top of the table at the moment. Will they still be there? Going to go with a 2-0 win for them on the road. That's right. Kicking off forward is Oxford United up against Sunderland. A bit of a crunch clash this this one, of course, with playoff positions at stake. Now these two sides have played each other 14 times since 1984. 2 wins for Oxford, 6 wins for Sunderland, and 6 draws, of course. Oxford, though, without a win in 3 now, 42% form. Against the Sunderland side, of course, winning 3 of the last 4. Of course, 83% form over the last 6. They haven't lost in the last 7. Goodness gracious me. Last time around at the Kazam, it was a 2-0 win for Sunderland back in September 2020. The reverse fixture at the Stadium of Light was a draw back in December. Of course, Sunderland picking up a 1-0 win over Gillingham last time around, and haven't conceded a goal in the last 3 games. Oxford, though, without a win in goodness gracious me since the 12th of March when they beat Shrewsbury at the road on that one. Of course, 11-8 is your, of course, Oxford. 19-10 is your Sunderland. 5-2 is your draw. Could go either way as well. 2-1 win though for me, for Oxford to get back to winning ways and again make a push for top 6. Again, Rotherham United up against Charlton, of course, down at the New York Stadium. Now these two sides, of course, play each other according to my 7 times. 14-0 for Rotherham, 3 for Charlton, and 4 draws as well. Just 1 defeat past 6 though for 1 defeat past 5 for Rotherham at the moment. 58% form for them. Of course, up against the Charlton side, also 1 defeat past 5, 58% form. Also heading into this game. Last time around at the New York Stadium was a 2-0 win for Charlton. That was back in August 2017. The reverse fixture down at the Valley was a draw back in, of course, November 2021. Of course, Sutton United did lose to Rotherham 4-2 last round in the Football League Trophy. And of course, Charlton with a big draw against Wimbledon on the road last time around. Of course, look at the odds then for this one. 2-1 on is your Rotherham. Of course, 10-3 is your draw. 21-4 is your weird one. That is Charlton away on this one. Going to go with the 2-0 for Rotherham back to winning ways and maybe back into the top 2 spots depending on what goes on down the bottom there. Next, of course, Shrewsbury Town up against Ipswich Town. Of course, coming at you from wherever they play. I can't remember. Gay Meadow or something like that. Anyway, played each other 5 times 2009. Of course, nothing for Shrewsbury, 4 for Ipswich, and 1 draw at the moment. Of course, the Shrewsbury coming to sit on the back of just 1 defeat past 4 for them, 58% form for the last 6. Up against the Ipswich Town side, of course, just 1 defeat past 6, also 67% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around at Shrewsbury, it was an 0-0 draw back in May 2021. The reverse fixture was a 2-1 for Ipswich back in October as well. Shrewsbury, though, did lose to MK Dons last time around, with Ipswich losing to Cambridge last time around, 1-0 loss as well at home. Look at the odds for this one. 21-10 is your Shrewsbury, 5-2 is your, and 5-4 is your way in this. Ipswich Town could go either way once again. Going to go with the 1-0 win in for Shrewsbury. Bit of an upset and probably ending Ipswich hopes for the top 6. And finally, wrapping up, we have a bit of a derby. It's a bit of a weird derby. It's, of course, Wimbledon up against the real Wimbledon, or the old Wimbledon, MK Dons. That's right, of course. Played each other 12 times since 2012. 2 wins for Wimbledon, and we've got 8 wins for MK Dons, and we've got 2 draws as well. Wimbledon, though, without a win in the last 23 games, of course, up against the MK Dons side, who are unbeaten in at least the last 6, 90% form, winning 5 of the last 6 as well. Last time around, of course, at Wimbledon was a 2-0 win for MK Dons back in January 2021. The reverse fixture was, of course, a win for MK Dons back in the Stadium MK back in January. Meanwhile, MK Dons picking up a 2-1 win over Crewe. Of course, Charlton did lose to Wimbledon last time around. The odds for this one, 10-3 is your host, 5-2 is your draw, 2017 on is your MK Dons, of course, on this one. What do we think on this? Going to go with a 1-1 draw. In the end, point split right in the middle, of course, because there's a lot riding on this one, of course, at the top and the bottom as well. That's, of course, my take on it. Be sure to get your own take on it as well with Cutley 4/ League One and get your name in lights next time around. That is it, guys. Smash your thumbs up, please. It does wonders for the old algorithm, because if you do so, you'll see more of this face and more of this voice and more of this wine. That's right. Of course, make sure you smash your subscribe to get double doses of that as well. And also check the links down below. Be sure to drop a comment just to let me know that you like me, of course, and okay, that will also boost the old YouTube algorithm. That is it, guys. Smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check it out, of course, when we come back next weekend for the next round of matches over in League One. Will, of course, MK Dons be top of the pops, or will it be Wigan, or maybe even Rotherham once again? We'll take a look at it, all of it, next time around. Until then, we're done.